So I just got done watching this new Argentinian Netflix series that's about 6 episodes long called The Eternaut. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but anyways, like I said, it's only 6 episodes long. This was a really fascinating binge going into this blind, not knowing anything. So I will have to talk about spoilers. But I do think with the sci-fi elements with this series, they do a lot of interesting things. So the story follows this character that goes by the name of Juan. He's just chilling with his friends, just playing cards. His friend Tano, Omar, there's Lucas, and also Russo. And all of a sudden, there's like this blackout. Then this blackout leads to the snow falling, and now once people kind of go outside, or whoever's outside automatically dies. So now they quickly get into survival mode, meaning like they start to kind of try to figure out what's going on for the first half of the series, or the season I should say. And you really see how people really get when their back is against the wall, or when shit hits the fan. And it's up for Juan to kind of go out and explore and try to find not only his daughter, he ends up finding his ex-wife. And I really like the imagery as he's walking. They make these suits to protect their skin. So that's a positive I have. Like, they already kind of know what to do in these scenarios, even though in these scenarios you're going to have people make mistakes. But I like that we kind of figure how to kind of combat what's going on off rip by making these suits so they can kind of go out and do their thing. And old cars still work. They're still functional. You have Juan going out to, like I said, he's looking for his daughter. And there's other people that get stuck in this place. This is Tano's place. It's like his restaurant. He has like a garage as well. There's other characters like Inga, which Inga and Tano don't really like kind of hit it off at first, because he's just in fight or flight mode. He's not trusting nobody. He has the right mentality, even though if he comes off as like a dick. But he's just trying to protect him and his wife, Anna. And then, like I said, the first half of this is just them kind of trying to survive, gather supplies, and you just pretty much see how quickly people turn on other people, their neighbors and whatnot. And what really made me like Juan's character is when he first goes to save his wife, and there's a bunch of people in the complex and they're like surrounding them, asking him how did he survive, how did he get in here. And he's like, oh, I got here because I made this mask. And they ask, can I see the mask? And he pulls out a gun, and he's like, I'll show you my mask. And he just ends up pulling out this gun, escaping there. But what they don't know is that there's this weird thing that's happening behind the scenes. Like, you see a little bit of it during the end of like episode 2, or during episode 2 going into episode 3, but then episode 4 you realize that what's really going on here. And there's another thing I like about this, how the characters start to realize that there's something more at play, why this is happening. And why this is happening is because it's an alien invasion, and that you got these big ass fucking bugs that are just everywhere, collecting people, killing people at the same time. And now it's just like, yo, we got to deal with this and deal with that. The group gets kind of split up into different people. Like, you have Juan and Tano. They kind of get split off from their main group, and this is how they're the ones that figure out, oh, there are these bugs. And as the movie progresses, it's just them trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of here. Originally, they wanted to go to Tano's island to kind of get away from everything, but then they end up going to this army base. And this is where things get really interesting. And I was kind of confused at first, because we get to like episode 5 where everybody's at the mall. It's kind of like a where everybody, all the survivors are linking up and they're able to kind of get some moment of peace. And then there's like these moments of gunshots and people just being fired on, and you're wondering like what the fuck is going on, till you get to episode 6. They're at the army base and things are seeming to be normal. The snow has stopped at this point and they're able to kind of go out there and breathe on their own. But what ends up happening is the bugs are turning the people into like zombies or something that they can control. And the series ends off with a really interesting cliffhanger where we actually get to see a little glimpse of who's actually in charge. It's not quite the bugs, but you see this person that seems human but has a lot more fingers than we do, like probably got like 10 fucking fingers. It looked really weird, but I like the action in this. I like the suspense. I like even the horror aspect of, like, you know, just trying to survive each night, trying to stay on guard, and how easily people can be caught off guard a lot of times, even if you're a smart character. I like Juan's character, where, you know, we get a lot of his backstory of him being in the military and a lot of this stuff kind of bringing back old trauma. I like that scene we see of him in the trenches, a younger version of Juan. I kind of wish that was the setting, like we were kind of just in this like trench warfare, but now he's kind of back on it, you know, and he's trying to protect his family. But now with the whole city pretty much taken over by this alien, and now they have like an army of humans, it's going to be interesting to see where this goes, because I know they said they want to make a season 2 and that will most likely be the final season. I'd be all for it. Make it a little bit longer. I will say this does feel pretty quick. I'm not gonna say rushed. Well, I will say kind of rushed, because like sometimes you lose perception of how much time has gone by. Like they keep up with it by like episode 3 or 4. They said it's been like 3 days, but it's a lot of shit's happened with under like a week and whatnot. But I think this has an interesting cast of characters, an interesting premise. If you went into it blind like me, I think a lot of people will be surprised that it is an alien show. It has something to do with an alien invasion. A very interesting way to tackle an alien invasion, where it's like there's nothing you could really do, and it seems like they're kind of doomed. But I'm pretty sure if you take out whoever's the puppet master or whoever's in control, it could kind of like snap people out of it, because there were clues, because a lot of people just had loss of memory, so it kind of gives you clues on who is not who and what's really kind of going on. But damn, that cliffhanger was pretty crazy. I can't wait for season 2. Let me know if you get around to checking out season 1. What are your thoughts? What were some of your favorite moments? Till next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.